Hey.
Hey, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. Dude, how long does your bumper go into? What's my? How many minutes do you have after 7? Okay. All right. Keep my ears in. Yeah, it should be. I just need like 2 extra minutes. All right.
Mic on.
Bye, peace.
Mic off.
Good hello and happy Mondays. It's time for the show. TFTS Relay 187. This is Dr. Fox broadcasting live from Hypercube Labs deep in the heart of the future capital of America's California, Orlando, Florida. The sexiest beast with, I don't know, it's got a lot of backs, a whole bunch of backs. Oh man, what a week of fighting the conspiracy we have all had. And now it is time to psychoustically align, receive your sacred over-the-air updates over the sub-ether network transmissions constantly emanating from the global pylon array constructed by Hypercubist journeymen just like you all over the place. And it wouldn't be time for the show if it wasn't for my favorite, most, you know, some people say favorite like it's nothing. Like, oh yeah, Gruyere, smoked Gruyères, that's my favorite cheese. Yeah, it's not like that. Some people are like, oh yeah, Mustang, like 96 Mustangs, yeah, totally my favorite Mustangs. It's not like that. Bowel cancer, vicious corpse bloating bowel cancer, that's my favorite. It's not like that. I'll tell you what my favorite is. My favorite coincides completely on the plane of handsomeness. And who spans that horizon other than easy squeezy Reverend Peasy? Let's hear it for him, kids. Hi Peas, how you doing this week in I forget what state you're in, Arizona? How's Sheriff
What
Joe?
an exciting time to exist, ladies and gentlemen. Listeners, viewers, acolytes, proponents of people who don't think, sub-geniuses, freaks and weirdos across this great continent that we call planet Earth. Welcome and greetings from the Peas in Nevada, the heartland of the desert, where all major pylon and UFO encounters take place. I was sent here by none other than Dr. Argus Fox and Ivan Stang to do important sub-genius hypercube research on the infiltration of aliens into our existence sphere, which I have later tonight proof of such infiltration by said aliens. But we'll leave that for later in the show, probably.
Leave it for later? You don't want to touch on it now?
No, you know,
kick it off. I mean, is this like some foreshadowing? Is it like a tease?
There you go. I was gonna explain to you what a
stay tuned to time for the show, because P's gonna drop some truth aches on you about the government, the big government, and the UFOs, right?
Some woke shit,
We're
dude.
gonna get on the History Channel with this. We're making history. Which brings me to my favorite part of the show! Yeah, it's Cube News. All the news that's fit to Cube. And you know what? I've got the board with all the news on it. Look at that. A lot. Some of it hasn't changed. Some of it's changed. What we got up there? The website's still under construction. Peas, why is the hypercubego.com website constantly updating and under construction? Is it because it's like Disneyland and will truly never be finished?
It's because if you think about it, it makes
Which you
perfect
don't.
sense.
Which you don't.
Which you don't. But we're in a constant state of flux. As we watch our current civilization crumble and await the new and improved civilization to take its place, it's obvious that things like this are going to take place and happen, and we should just accept them as things as they are. Because remember, we're at the dip of one civilization, but we're on the ground floor of probably another one. So
yeah,
that's
civilization
a good spot to be.
1.13. I think it's an open beta. You can get in on that. I'm on it. Are you on that list?
Yeah,
Anyway.
this time
Website's still
with
there.
chips.
And of course, our hyper highlights, which if you haven't checked out Doc Cosmac's channel yet, we brought him up a few weeks ago with his with Santa Claus's Christmas tree death beam, and that was a glorious contraption contrived by the angry scientist. He's not mad; he's just angry, Dr. Cosmac. And he's got a
He's my friend.
He grabbed a telescope.
He has a bunch of
grabbed a
friends called
telescope the other
Cosmac.
week. Like somebody just chucking out
He done
this classy old telescope,
throwing it out.
and he's been able to clean it up and get it working. And he's got some pictures of the moon. I thought those were really neat to come from. It's kind of
see
vintage.
those.
It's got that aesthetic, dat ass aesthetic.
Are you
though.
getting stuff from Cosmac and Cosmac's Commandos that I'm not getting? How is that even fucking possible?
I guess because I'm subscribed to Doc Cosmac, that's DOKCOSMAC on YouTube. And I click the bell, but the bell doesn't put him in my
Please
feed.
start
I have to
doing
go to
that.
the bell up at the top of the menu and see everybody else's crap that I've clicked the bell for. So I don't really know what service the bell is supposed to do, other than just lump everything else in because I chose this stuff, but we'll recommend this stuff to you over here, even though it's not what you asked for. Whatever, it's the future. Subject T Change and talking about books. I haven't spoken to Subject T Change in a fortweek, and I wish the best for the engineers out there at Chownautics. They're handsome fellas out there, and we're supposed to
Maybe
be
he's
getting
dead.
some sub-ether correspondence through them, but you can keep up with them at Subject T Change on YouTube and talking about books. Let's see, where are we at? Rubik's Cube. What's today's date? So they've already done their podcast. They do have a live show coming up January 22nd in Bangor, Pennsylvania. Bangor. You ever been to Bangor, Peas?
Yes, I have.
What'd
She
you
was
do?
Quite a passionate lover.
Yeah?
Most of the positions.
The good ones?
Couple of bad ones too. That I still have shame about.
Now, that washes off in any Pennsylvania city water, so don't worry about it. So catch Rubik's Cube. They have shows coming up in February as well, including back in Bethlehem, probably at the Funhouse, I'm not sure. But find Rubik's Cube on Facebook. That's P-U-B-E. And, of course, Hazel the Windmills cranked out a bunch of stuff for November. If you haven't checked that out, I stole Hazel's music that we use for the count-ins. So give Hazel some love, and find Scalpod somewhere and give him a Google, like give him a Yahoo Messenger buzz. Say, hi Scalpod, I really like that floating Dobbs head tile that Dr. Fox took from you and features on his show every week. So you can thank Scalpod for that.
Like me. I don't think he likes me. No.
He's a robot. They's a robot.
Robots like Peas. Everybody likes Peas, and then they stop liking him, and they never bother to tell the Peas, "Oh, I stopped liking you because of this or that." And actually, it's not true. I had a couple people tell me, "Oh, I don't like you anymore because of this," and I'd be like, "What do you mean?" And they'd tell me, and I'd be like, "Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feels." Then we would be friends again. But people are too sensitive these days, Dr.
He's not
Fox.
a people.
What do you
He's a
think?
robot. He's a robot.
Even robots emulating people are too sensitive.
It's soft programming, Peas. It's soft. Which brings us into my favorite part of the show. It's time for the mail. Wow, lucky us, Peas. You know, I'm gonna go get the mail. What's your favorite mailing address?
Many times I ask people to send things to me, the Peas, in Nevada at 6428 Dobie Peak Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada 89108. And the reason I do that is because every now and then, it's not often, about every 30 months, which is a long time if you think about it, people occasionally send me drugs. And that works out pretty good for me. I'm going on like my 29th month of not getting any mail.
Not getting any.
So, well, I get some mail, but to be honest with you, if you've sent me drugs in the mail, you go really high up on the list in my, like, I got like cool people that are like Benjamin Franklin, Martin Luther King, and then, you know, those are good guys. I even like take the day off sometimes. But then there's like, you know, Discordian guy that went to X-Day and had to go home because he ran out of his drugs. That guy is a hero to me because I got a lot of circus tickets from him. He's badass.
Yeah?
Yeah. You want to be badass? Trox, do you know how to be badass? What's the most instant way you become badass?
I mean, the most instant way to become badass is by going to patreon.com/hypercube and signing up for at least the oxtails and vodka level. That's badass.
Absolutely. Right.
Badass.
But if you can't
That's
do
how you
that,
become
or
a
say
badass
you've
immediately.
already,
And I'll tell you, you're badass.
say you've already done that though, and you need to increase your badassery.
Man, so you got to step it up a notch.
The fastest way to do that and get what they call street cred is to send psychedelic stuff to 6428 Dobie Peak Drive. And you know, listen, a lot of people make the mistake. They think I'm saying Dolby, D-O-L-B-Y. No, it's Dobie.
Like sound system.
D-O-B-Y.
Or that
Peak,
wacky musician.
P-E-A-K.
Or that really
Drive,
lame clown.
Las, L-A-S, Vegas, V-E-G-A-S, 89108.
You should make like a catchy jingle, Peas. Something like, write to me, Reverend Peas, 6428 Dobie Peak, Las Vegas City, Nevada State, 89108. 89108, da-da-da-da! Can I get a, like, anything?
I don't want you to write to me.
Thank you.
I just want you to send me things. I don't necessarily need to hear from you. I just need you to send me the stuff.
It's a mutual understanding.
You know, I'm not against making friends, but as the mighty Ivan Stang once said one time, I don't need to make any more friends! And then he went on to meet Philo that same day after he didn't want to meet him, and he met a wonderful friend. Doktor Faux is a wonderful friend of mine, and I would have said at the time that I was all filled up with friends. But he broke his way into my heart, as he does with many of our listeners and viewers each and every week here at Time for the Show.
Pants, hymens, back doors, physical, literal, metaphorical, all of them. Any back door. You should read the terms of service on hypercubego.com when you sign up. You really should. It's a boilerplate of fun. All right, let's see here.
Backdoor doesn't mean ass play, but it also can. Mean
but it
ass
also
play.
Can. Yeah, it's
It
a
can
quadruple entendre. I mean it in the way that I didn't, but I'm allowing it to be inferred as such in context to the original reference. That's how that works. That's quantum grammar structure. It's not funny. It's not funny. I got the mail. You want some mail, Peas?
Yes, please.
It's the mail gone. Okay. Dear show. This one's to the show, so this is for everybody. Everybody listening? Okay. Dear show, I was thinking about buying a car. Don't do that. And I was stuck with the idea of a Dodge Ram. I wish they'd make up their minds. Love, Gary Busey of Anonymous, Indiana.
It's cute.
He
That's
gets
cute.
around.
Well, here's the thing. I think that, earlier in the show we were talking about how this is the fall of one civilization, and yet you're on the ground floor of a new civilization. And I'm going to tell you, new civilizations don't start off with automobiles. They almost exclusively start out with like horses and or oxen. So I think you should get an ox and forgo the Dodge Ram and its euphemism of animal strength and get real animal strength. The next vehicle you should buy should be a good classic hay burner. Oxen for the free. That's where the term oxyoxynol and free comes from.
I thought it says you
Didn't know
bought it
that.
from a guy named Ollie. No? It's a Dodge Ram. I don't get it. All right, Dear Peas. This one's to Peas. Dear Peas, my lover is perplexed. Anytime I try to use the whips or the chains, they don't find it nearly arousing as I do. However, when we get into Velcro and hot wax, they seem to enjoy that a lot more. I'm not much for Velcro. Can you helps me? And that's from Gary, Indiana of Colin Falls, Wisconsin. Peas, can you help him?
What? Why do all dominant, submissive people all come from someplace like Indiana?
Well,
What
no,
the
he came
fuck
from
goes
Wisconsin.
on?
His name's Indiana.
Oh.
Gary,
That
Indiana.
infers that
filthy.
he lived there, though. That infers that anybody who has a state as part of their name, you have to infer that at some
Why,
point
you're
in time
Nevada
they've
Peas.
lived there.
The real Nevada
Yeah,
Peas.
right, exactly. For example, Nevada Peas. So
Do you live in Nevada? Is that where Las Vegas?
I do.
Is that it?
Currently,
That's not funny.
currently that is
It's not funny anymore.
currently where my corporal vessel resides is in the great state of Nevada.
But your soul's back in Mississippi, right?
Wow, we're gonna quote Heinlein and ZZ Top in the same phrase, huh?
I can do this on the internet. It's medical.
Well, I'm just saying it's a great. I thought it was heavy because we did ZZ Top, and I forget the other people now. Because
What do you think? Do you whips and chains or Velcro and wax? Because Velcro and wax sounds like a Brazilian good times.
go off the subject
That's
here. real
fucking
quick.
funny.
Here's
That's
the thing.
fucking
Here's
funny.
the thing. Speaking from my own truth and my own sexuality, while I find the whipping and the tying up of people kind of erotic and all that stuff,
You
and
love
I will say
roots.
that I have seen porn to that effect and it's titillating to me, I find the actual aspect of doing it very super scary. And I even told a story on the show one time when some punk rock chicks picked us up hitchhiking when I was like 15 or 16 years old, and they had like whips and chains and straps hanging from their ceilings, and I think that they were like ready to go, and I, at that age would have liked to have had some kind of vaginal stimulation of any kind on my penile area, but I got scared and made some excuse and left. So I don't know. It's a world that like I said, is titillating to me. But as far as participating and which is best method to do it, I can't speak on it because I
You ever
just
grease yourself
don't.
up in pig fat and roll down a slip and slide?
I don't. Yeah, and that's the other thing I don't get is like I guess like that's awesome, but I only hear the people that do it say it's awesome. Most of it's like people that are polymorous. They're like, oh, it's awesome. And it just seems like being selfish
Everybody
with
would call
extra
you
steps to me.
gimpies. Hey, everybody's
Yeah, I
gimpies.
think it's just called being selfish with extra steps. But you know,
Sex?
I'm not into it. So
Sex is the most selfish thing you can ever do. Find the time in somebody else's day to just, you know, get up in their business. There's nothing like bumping sewage pipes, especially at like 2 in the afternoon.
I guess I'm going to ask a technical question, and unfortunately, because it's a letter, it really can't be responded to. But I know a lot of times in these kind of situations, people utilize a ball gag, and maybe you only
This
think
show
they
could
like the
use a couple of
Velcro.
those.
Maybe you think they like the Velcro and the wax better, but you've already done the ball gag by then, so you really don't know. Except they've stopped complaining about shit. But that's because of the ball gag, not because they enjoyed that continued.
David Carradine stopped complaining
discipline.
about it.
He did.
So did Rod Stewart. That's my favorite part of the show. Which means I don't really do normally, but I think we're gonna get ready to segue over to the next area. So we're gonna take our intermission here, Aster 6 over on the stick, and we'll be back with more time for the show. Stay tuned. Time for the Show, a production of HyperCubeGo.com. Broadcast every week, Mondays at 10 on FreeThinkRadio.com. Thanks to Dr. Ellis and Martha Artha for keeping them servers running. Yo. This show is also brought to you by Triology Soaps. The most scrum-diddly, can't say that because it's copyrighted, soap available ever. Forged in the hands of sweating yetis, these solid pucks of sub-ethereal detergent will clean you from your subatomic core. Get it now at hackslack.com. This show is also brought to you by patreon.com/hypercube, featuring these handsome journey boys: Reverend Red, Reverend Loch Ness, Subject T Change, Bob South, Michael Marcus, Trenchy, Agent Lloyd, Negative at Night, Long Dead, Scalpod, Hazel, Couch Slump, Caller 23, Reverend 80, and hold on, I've got like another list. I have to open the other side, and Dr. Cosmac and Apostasy X Fenord. And we're gonna go ahead and give like special like Chatter Cube and Dobbs Court bonus points for like people that listen and come in. Like Dr. Ghoul comes in, says things, and there's that new guy, Zolf. He's playing some of that Minecraft. We'll talk about that. And who's that other guy? You think you know that other guy? I don't know. They should pay more. You're listening to Time for the Show. It's hard not to let that song end, right? It's just catchy. And thanks to Aster6 over on the Sticks, our technical director and executive producer. You know, normally we say things like, we can't do it without you, but literally, we can't do it without you. So thank you very much for helping every single week. This is, we're a year into the YouTube stream here. And if you were in the Chatter Cube, which if you're not in the Chatter Cube, you should join the Hypercom Discord server at discord.hypercubego.com. We got other stuff coming up for hypercubego.com. You know, we're restructuring the whole website primarily because here, I'll even put my cigarette out for this. We got some nifty things coming. Like here, I'm just going to show. Can I get a close-up on camera 2 real quick? We've got these super sexy Don't Think t-shirts. Look at that. Nice, big logo, and on the back featuring little hypercube and the URL. These are going to be available on the shop. Those are super nice. I actually have a stack of them right here, and these will be going out to people on the Patreon list. So I'll be getting in touch your certain tiers, you know, to get you your hypercube t-shirt.
I like shirts.
What if you don't like shirts? Then you might want like this stylish.
I like hoodies.
Don't Think jacket. Look at that. It's a hoodie. It's a hoodie jacket with a zipper. No pullover bullshit. And again, on the big kit right up front, you're able to rep your boys. And these will be available at hypercubego.com. And we're putting up the links. We actually have our Hypercommunity. We have the Minecraft server that we've been popping up more and more. And if you follow us on YouTube, really you follow me on YouTube because I'm great. You might have caught our bad at Vidya live streams.
I'm nice.
And we're gonna play video games. And Wednesday nights we're gonna be playing Minecraft Realms, and that's just gonna be me and a couple of my buddies playing, and we're gonna live stream that. And then on Thursday nights, and these are going to be at 10 p.m. those nights, meeting up around 9:30. At 10 o'clock, we're going to access Minecraft's, or Hypercube's Minecraft Bastard Bastion, which is our open Java edition server. You don't need to get on any kind of whitelist, but we will blacklist you faster than blackface became funny again. If you screw up. So come and test our limits and push our buttons. You can access that server at bastard.hypercubego.com. Just put that in your Minecraft server. Everything will forward. And you can also see our interactive map, which shows you where all the goofy artards are at bastardmap.hypercubego.com. And we took some screenshots of our private server, Hypercube World Land, and we'll feature that. If you'd like to gain access to Hyperworld Land Cube, then the first thing you need to do is start making friends in the Hypercom. So go to discord.hypercubego.com. That's some of the catchy crap we got coming up for this year. What do you say about that, Peas? Are you excited? What's your favorite Minecraft?
Am I excited? First of all, I don't know too much about the Minecrafting because I do like desert adventures, but I can't believe the quality of those Hypercube shirts.
Aren't those
dude.
Nice? Did I
How
mention
much
that I made these?
Where can I get?
I made these.
What if I'm not a Patreon? What if I just want to buy one? What
They
if I- what if I'm not
will be available
Patreon? I
on
just wanna-
hypercubego.com, and I'm looking into. So yeah, they will be
Here's the
available.
thing, though.
You'll be able to purchase a shirt or a jacket.
Don't
And,
use that same service that Triology Soaps does, though. People are always complaining to me on the Facebook about how they can't fucking reorder Triology Soaps because the links don't work anymore.
Well, we'll have
Make
to.
sure you go different hoster.
Thank you, Peas.
You don't want to lose out on like dialysis.
Why can't you ever tell me this stuff like during the week, like when I'm working on stuff?
I'm sure they'll be fine. What?
Oh.
Cut out, right?
It's time for the show, Rogan. It's this week's
Deep
Sub
bit.
Genius
Show.
of the Week, and it's my favorite part of the show. And this week's Sub Genius of the Week is there a drum roll? Let's cough off.
No.
I lean away from the mic to cough out. That's the one I needed.
Not really a drum roll. That's more of a flourish.
N should cancel it. I forget. I don't know. I'll have to go over there and look at it. I got more. There's more work to do. Peas. That's why I'm the Sub Genius of the Week. You know, I started
Again?
I started the
Again?
now and thens video, which is true to its name. It's not every day. They're now and thens. But I get up in the morning and kind of do my Monday morning cancer segment, where I drink coffee and smoke cigarettes and just kind of yell and scream. But now I use these kind of to plan out my day, and they help me, because if I record it, I've got it in my head like, oh crap, I told people I was going to do something, so I got to follow up with crap, and that helps me, and that helps because I don't sleep. That was this week's theme of Time for the Show, because I hate sleep. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's a slavery device implanted into us at birth by conspiracy doctors. Sleeping is a complete waste of time. There are so many other things I'd rather do than absolutely nothing, which is what you're doing when you're sleeping. You're lying down, which is lazy. You're closing your eyes, so you can't read anything. And then you go unconscious for hours. And people are like, oh, it feels so good. I love to sleep. Sleep is my favorite thing in the world. And I'm here to tell you, no. Sleeping is completely overrated. And there's an entire industry built on exploiting you, the average sleeper. Did you know that? Peas? When was the last time that you got taken advantage of a mattress salesman?
You bought a mattress from a salesman?
No, you. When was the last time you had trouble with a mattress salesman? Or not even trouble. When was the last time you interacted with a mattress salesman?
What day do I not have trouble with a mattress salesman, dude? That is the question.
Okay, that's the question. Do you have an answer for it?
Nope.
What? Are you a sleepy, Peas?
No, I like sleeping.
You
but
like
here's
sleeping?
the thing. Mattresses are expensive.
They are.
And I don't trust the mattress salesman because, you know, sometimes I sleep on something like I've fallen asleep on concrete and it's been the best night of sleep of my life. But I know that had something to do with all the drugs you and Fid made me do. Then there's other times I like slept on a really expensive mattress, had terrible night's sleep. I hate mattress. You would think there'd be breakthrough in technologies, but you don't know if they're breakthroughs or not. Like there's this purple fucking mattress thing that costs like as much as a small car. And you can take it back if you don't want it. It costs like $200 to ship that fucking thing back, and they're not paying for the shipping if you don't want it. And I got like one of them foam mattresses in a bag recently, but I don't give a shit. But Carrots really doesn't like it. She makes me switch the bed around, like rotate the mattress, because she thinks that makes it better. But it's all the same foam. That's something you do with old like mattresses. Oh, I don't like mattresses. Did you buy a mattress? Why are you?
No,
bringing
I
up
sleep on a
mattresses
pile
and
of pool
sleeping?
noodles. I just kind of, I just rustle them up all together.
What'd that cost you?
I know it was under 20 because I got a Taco Bell like gimme box on the way home.
That's a good value.
It's
I
a good
think.
value. A bed and a meal, under 20. Beds are complete bullshit, and they charge so much, and they're like, it's a 30-year life. Yeah, and you're just wasting away. You should be comfortable while you do it. No, you should only have to sleep like when your body absolutely gives up. That's the only time I could say I enjoy sleeping, is when I'm at the point of total exhaustion. And so I go lie down in bed at like 4 or 5 in the morning after being awake for like 5 to 6
that's
days.
Not good for you though.
And I go,
That's
well,
not good for
says
you, though.
who? A bunch of doctors?
Like everybody,
Bunch
dude.
of
Your friend
nerds.
P says it's not good
Sleep
for you.
is good
Your
for
friend
you.
P
It's good.
says it's
Okay,
not
let me
good
ask you
for
this.
you.
Is being in a coma good for you?
Could be.
It
They
could
put you
be.
in comas
It might
when you
be,
got.
but it might
no,
not be.
Hey, what
So even
about
if sleeping's
medically
not
induced
good for you,
comas?
even if sleeping's
They
not
put you in
bad for you,
medically
good for
induced
you.
coma is a good coma.
Sleep.
You want to be in that
Sleeping
coma.
is like the Diet Coke of comas. It's Diet Coma.
Yeah.
You go out unconscious every
You're
night. Your
way off on
fingernails
this,
grow. Your beard grows. Your labia hairs
Did you write this
grow.
stuff down? This is all intentional, bit.
This wasn't. No. This is all by the book. I've got a script over here.
All right, I'm just checking.
What, you want to stay on point?
It's pretty good, I think, so
No.
far.
I don't know. I feel like you're like Amnesty International for like AAA. It's you're soliciting a good night's sleep.
Well, I'm playing with some silly putty that Cosmac Commando sent me a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah. You ever put it on your Popeye comics and then put the Popeye comics on the bottom side of your scrotal sack?
I tried to put it on my Cube Speak brochure that speaks about the 4 tenements of hypercubism, which is, of course, don't think, eat your parents, kill your parents, eat them, whatever you want. Don't spend more than $5 on sunglasses, and build pylons. But the ink would not come off, and that is really a testament to the fine printing qualities that these pamphlets are subjected to. When you order pamphlets from the Hypercube, or
Keep telling them this, but to say like, use a Popeye voice.
get an entire membership kit from Hypercube, you can expect the kind of printing quality that is impenetrable and unable to even be lifted up with what is known to be able to lift up any kind of ink source, silly putty. The brochure is immune to it, okay? And if you haven't been enlightened or sent your $75 in for your Cube Speak and your Hypercube membership, well, sir, you're just an idiot. Here's the thing. You can get a mediocre membership to the Church of the Subgenius for $45.
Plus shipping.
But really, what's $45 really worth? You know you're going to get a couple of
Steak dinner.
shot skis and a pin that's
Bottle of
broken.
bourbon.
And they only have one
Tank of
pin.
gas.
It's a very expensive
Gross
pin,
Twix
but
bars.
the pin falls off the actual thing that goes in your
Novelty
lapel
road sign.
and make back to Ivan Stang, where he
USB
then mails it
amplifiers.
to the next fraud. Now, for $75, you get a
just walk
quality membership into a new up-and-coming
Ornamental
religion.
clock.
Not some tired
Bath towel
40-year-old
set.
gimmick that no one even... Wait till you see our
Portable
movie.
stereo.
We haven't even been long enough to have a movie, but when we have one, it's going to be pretty
3-pack
goddamn good,
rubber
let me
chicken.
tell you. But listen, Fox,
Yeah,
what do you think about...
I don't.
What
That's
do you
the whole
think
point.
about the inability of Silly Putty to take ink off the Hypercube pamphlet? Don't you think that that really actually qualifies as somewhat of a minor miracle?
To mine, I mean, yeah, over
Or is
here
it
at,
just
at Basilica
quality?
Hypercube, we manufacture miracles every day. That's just what we
So
do.
here's
We're
my
printing
point.
dreams
If the
here.
pamphlet,
Dreams
if the
from
pamphlet is
consciousness.
that good, imagine how good the shirt or the zip
Tell them
up
how good the
hoodie's gonna
pamphlet
be.
is, but use a
If
Popeye
we've
voice.
made a pamphlet
Use the Popeye
that
voice,
can't
please.
be silly puttied, what?
Use the Popeye voice. Tell them it's Popeye. It's royalty free.
Is it? No, I thought Pooh Bear was royalty free.
Okay, do Pooh Bear.
Bother. Oh, bother.
Hyper bother.
Dude,
That's
I
scary.
joined a club.
Got a new phone.
Christopher Robin. I've joined a club called Hypercubism. Eeyore taught me about it. Christopher.
Yeah.
There you go. We're
It
good.
already banned in China. This video
They're
is
on-
unavailable in
They're
those
on the
locations.
move.
You ever want to move to China,
You know,
please?
Chinese secretly own Disney.
Chinese don't sleep.
Do I want to
Did you
move
know that?
to China? Because the state don't let them.
Should have had your headphones on for that one. That was a whisper into the microphone joke. Can't say that one too loud. You have to replay it and turn it up.
I don't understand.
I know.
don't understand why all the people that
know.
want communism.
Oh God, I know. Right? Wow.
There's this whole big communist country right there that you could participate in and go to and help the revolution, and yet you stay here and bitch. China
It's free.
take ya.
Free revolutions. Take your pick. Revolutionaries don't need a good night's sleep. Look at
Hey,
Paul
do you
Revere.
know something?
Paul Revere fell
Hey, let
asleep.
me
We'd
ask
all
you
be
something.
speaking English.
Tell me something that you thought about yourself when you were 15 that turned out to be utter bullshit as you grew up later in life.
I'm only moderately attractive.
And that's what he thought, but he knows now that he's very attractive.
Exactly.
See, now the P's, I used to think that I was like a secret spy or a superhero, like my mutant gene hadn't kicked on yet. And in some sense I was right, because I am a sub-genius. But it turned out that they're
theme was
just
sleep.
the silly musings of a 15-year-old child.
And you're a Discord moderator.
Do you think you should make lifelong decisions about reality and who's a person at 15? Do you think that that's a good thing to,
Look,
or should you wait till you have sex? Till you do it,
The
till you
group of
do it.
hoodlums I associated with outside of the media center in a Central Florida high school was a varied group. All of the people that I say, I loosely associated with are probably, today, I would say most of them are just probably dead. They're gone. They didn't make it. They just
Clubs are-
didn't make it.
AV,
I didn't know how they were
going to
make it then. I don't know how they're making it now. I honestly don't. I'm surprised I'm making it sometimes. That's why I don't think. Is when I can surprise myself often. It's like a free vacation. Do you know how great it is to sit at home and realize you have air conditioning? That's P-dope, yo.
Yeah. It's funny you would say that.
It's
60
funny.
years
It's
ago,
also funny
60 years
when
ago,
I said it.
air conditioning was considered a luxury of the extravagant. Only the finest stores had air conditioning. People do not understand that even the poorest amongst us lives like a king. Like a king. Can just go to the store and get a bag of potatoes, which didn't even exist before 1794,
Completely,
and have them all grilled up in a bag with
Squirrel.
salt. And salt is one of the most valuable things that we had in the ancient world. Fuck, you could die because you didn't have salt. They paid soldiers in salt. It was worth so much. And we just throw it all around.
Yeah, but it was shit
We
to
don't
make
appreciate
change with.
things. It is. Oh, that was
No,
good.
no,
Here's some
no, a little
sand.
more, a little more. Stuck to my finger. No, don't lick it!
That was a good one, Dr. Fox. You should be on the radio. or maybe a
Minimum
YouTube
wage is like
channel.
enough to lure a deer, you know? That's it, like 1 sugar cube per hour. That's what you're gonna get. 1 salt cube per hour. That's what we're gonna give you, and you'll be that's out of that. You should be able. You probably get 2 deer out of 1 salt, right? If you catch them fast enough, they're probably gonna get the whole thing.
Okay, Brandon.
Brandon Thomas Taylor from Home Improvement.
Do you know what that means? Do you know why people think that they're super clever when they say that? Or no, it's "Let's go, Brandon."
Who's Brandon?
What is it that they say? Well, I think they mean the president.
Is his name Brandon?
It's Biden. They both start with B. Like, if I'm mad at the president, when I was mad at Trump, I would be like, "Fuck you, Trump." I didn't make up some code word for it. And I don't know why people make it like, "Fuck you, Biden. You suck. You're like the worst president since Jimmy Carter. The only thing you got going for you is you're not Trump." But I don't get why the Trump people that like Trump.
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, because I think that Trump actually did a better job than Jimmy Carter. But
Jimmy tried to build a wall of peanuts.
no, Jimmy's a better ex-president. Jimmy Carter's a better ex-president, and the
He's a
reason he
handsome
wasn't
fella.
a good president.
Call his ass up. Build
reason
me a house. Damn it.
this is
I'm a suffering
important.
artiste.
The reason Jimmy Carter wasn't a good president is because he's an excellent human being, and he's such a nice fucking human being, and really practices what he was preaching, that the presidency couldn't handle someone like that.
Nice
So,
guy.
That's the reality of
President
Jimmy Carter.
Beta.
Well, and inflation.
That's what's
and
nice about
they will
Trump,
blame
you know.
inflation on Biden's
he wasn't
failure.
just ready to push that button. He had like a jock strap on all the time, tugging his junk
Might be
straight up
ran out of
against him.
juice.
He would get like a little banana-style erection. He'd get just a little sun-dried chub pressed up against the bottom of his tum-tum, and then he would run. They'd be like, "Mr. President," and when they would say, "Excuse me, Mr. President," he just assumed it was time to press that fucking button. And what's great about it is it's not just one button; it's a whole bunch of buttons. It's like that. Yeah, you can use that one. It's a whole bunch of buttons. Like the nuclear football is like a Milton Bradley light bright. It's just hours of fun.
How come you didn't say anything about my hat? How come you didn't mention my beautiful hat?
Do you really want to know why? Because I can't see you.
How come?
Because I've obfuscated that side of reality from me. You say I built a wall. I took a cue from Big Papa T-Bird, and I built a wall between the show and society. So in here, we are the show society, and beyond this wall, there is nothing to me. It is gone. Beyond these holographic barriers that we've installed with the reflector arrays to illuminate the room, I've built an E-wall, an I-wall. I've built an I-wall, E-wall. It's interactive, right? Edutainment. It's a wall. And I'm building, and I'm gonna build it brick by brick. I'm gonna cure the bricks. I'm gonna build a rack. I'm gonna collect the clay, and I'm gonna mix my own mortar, and I'm gonna build the wall by myself. And it's gonna be a wall between them and me. I don't know how big the wall needs to necessarily be. Maybe if it's just tall enough and goes around, maybe put some spikes on it. Maybe just go up really high. I don't know. It'll come to me in the moment. It's a project of passion. I like walls. They keep us safe. They keep millionaires like you and me, Peas, safe. They keep activist judges and millionaires and philanthropists and software developers and Persian sheiks and some Mexican cities. They keep them safe, Peas. And not just from violence, Peas. Not just from violence, but from the air of the world. Just this putrid, lurid swamp of psychic energy. You gotta put up a wall.
Ooh, that's a nice microphone you got. Which is that a new microphone? That's an awesome microphone. I like that. That is a good microphone.
Had this one for a while.
Oh,
on
that's a
sale.
good one.
I think it's from China.
Nice.
Yeah.
They're on the moon, you know.
They are. What are we gonna do about the moon, Peas? You're just trying to distract me.
I, for one.
I brought up mattress salesman, and you started running.
It's nothing funny about it.
All I wanted to know, Peas, before we got to the moon, was whether or not when you had purchased your what did you say you slept on? Dirt? A poncho?
Dirt and leaves.
You sleep on a poncho?
Dirt and leaves sometimes. I have slept in a poncho given to me. You know, I did a exchange at X Day where I exchanged a good my poncho for Cesar's poncho. He's a friend of yours, if I'm not mistaken. A fabulous drummer in the Orlando area.
Very handsome.
Good
Incredibly
guy.
Mexican.
He's so handsome.
Advanced Mexican.
I thought at one time him and Alejandro were considering beating me up because of my whiteness. But after we spoke for a while,
I was like, "Go get him."
After we
he's
spoke,
fucking asking for it. Ask him who he voted for.
Yeah. But we became. No, it's important. We became amigos.
About Mexicans, man, is they're for hire and they're super affordable.
Yeah.
We'll put the boots down on you, This is Florida.
We became amigos. And then we all had
Breakfast amigos?
fajitas and quesadillas together.
Three amigos.
Yeah, Joe's eating fajitas and quesadillas.
All I wanted to do was ask Peas about the warranty. That's all I wanted to know.
What about the tacos?
Well, no, your
You ever had
warranty
a
on your
taco?
poncho. When the poncho salesman sold you your poncho to sleep on, that you bought
Yeah.
the warranty, that you bought the plastic. Did you get the plastic sheet
I
to
know
cover
you-
your poncho?
I know
Peas?
you and I know you and Astor must have just recently bought a mattress to be having this conversation.
This must
and I don't
be,
understand why you're dancing around.
Because
the
when
fucking subject matter.
yeah, Peas, because when I bought my mattress, I was thinking about things. You know, I couldn't help it. I succumbed. I was a victim of thinking, and
of thought.
and it's yeah, I was a total thought, and I deserved it. I had it coming because I was looking at a mattress, and they said you can put this plastic down. You put the plastic on the mattress, will cover it for life. And I said, what about a poncho? Would you cover a poncho with plastic? Because I know Peas wears a poncho. If Peas put plastic on his poncho, would he be protected? And he's and so then
I
you're
tried to sell ponchos.
Peas, we
I
know,
tried to sell ponchos
because
at
we
the
saw it just a few weeks
and
ago,
you
Peas,
told me
when
I
you had
was
the pie pan
unethical.
on your head,
You
Peas.
said selling
And that's what I
ponchos was
automatically assumed,
unethical
because
at
you like
X-Day.
the sound of pee-pee in the pie pans, Peas. So I want to know if you went pee-pee on the pie pans and the pie pans were on your plastic-covered poncho, that you'd be protected, Peas. That's what I wanted to know, is whether or not your poncho's protected
I
from
don't
when you
like
go
working
pee-pee in the
blue.
pie pans, Peas. Why can't you just
I
accept
don't like
my
working
love?
blue. I don't like working
Accept
blue.
my love like you accept the face of young boys as you urinate all over them. So you can hear the sound splashing against their face.
please.
So you can hear the
I do
acoustic
not want
splashing
that sound
against their face
That's
as it then
not
splatters
something
off.
that
It splatters off
the
into the
Peas
pie
would
pan.
do.
And that's what you like,
You-
Peas. You like the percussion, Peas. That's why you have the gong. You got to think
thought
for
Bob
it. You
Saget
like the
died.
rhythm of the pee-pee
I
against the
thought Bob
pie
Saget
pan,
died.
leading off the piss slave.
Oh,
Don't you,
look, he's
Peas?
like you.
So I'm just saying
He's
that when you're pissing on the
he's
piss slave
channeling like
and the
you.
piss happens to, you know, protrude into the pie pan that you have placed there, is that your poncho is protected by the plastic, Peas, and that's why you get the warranty. So when you put the poncho down for the piss slave to go pee-pee, that you go pee-pee onto the piss slave that bounces off into the pie pan, Peas, that's what I'm getting at, is that you're protected. You're protected. You're protected. Peas. It's love.
Okay,
It's
look you.
love. Which brings us to my favorite part of the show. It's Proving Grounds. That starts with a P. We're going to go through some of the headlines, and now that we're all primed and proper ready, Peas, we'll see what we can throw at this plentiful Pythagorean. No, I got you. We got you. She's on the mic.
'26 Tesla owner wonders why his car was ignored.
Owners were notified when horn made cat sounds. Bono yet to release apology. Because he hacked your iPhone, remember? Piers Morgan and Bono hacked your iPhone. Peas
Kentucky
plans
Bureau of Child
pediatric-
Services immediately files a report.
What was yours? I didn't hear it.
It wasn't very good.
That was the like peas, plans, pansexual
It
pride
just
parade
seems. I was gonna say.
for
I was gonna say. I guess
pediatrician-based nonprofit.
turns out 28
Oh my God, that would be
Adobe Peak
great.
Drive for some unknown reason.
It could be an LGBTQ run.
I got like a shitload of
okay.
cast
The
fans sitting here.
LGBTQ run for juvenile diabetes, post-ops for tots. Right there, right there. Come on. Yes. Post-ops for tots.
That
Cut your
sounds
dick off for a kid.
Turkish.
Which bid was here?
Paid for by your tax dollars.
Post-ops for tots. North Korea says
What'd they say?
test-
What'd they say?
North Korea's test launch missiles from a train. From a train.
Missile always on time now.
Final James Bond movie in production. Isn't that a James Bond movie? Weren't they going to launch a missile from a train, or was the missile just on the train? Is that GoldenEye? I don't know. All I know is I am invisible. That's it. It's the whole movie. He's handsome. Cuts up 32 dresses in a bride salon.
Record profits still recorded this quarter.
I got something, but I couldn't cut to it. Hold on, Pease was laughing. One more time. Because I said something funny. He must be on a delay. What do we got?
I miss the old $24.99 prices.
All I had was like local penny savers union, but that's as far as I got. I didn't have anything. I was just imagining that people that like hardcore dollar store shoppers are upset and like they got their curlers in a bunch. I'm sure.
I'm taking these chiclets.
Meth. Curlers is code for meth. I like the FFA one first. the FFA planes. The ones with cow catchers on them. Barnstormers!
North Korea claims no need for missiles on FedEx planes.
Utterly ridiculous. We're really milking this one. Cream of the crop.
No, I want to redo it.
You already do it!
FedEx changes its name. FedEx changes its name to CIAX.
It's a civilian agency?
The Central Intelligence. Never mind. It's only funny if you believe in conspiracies.
It'd be funny if they only ship shoes and they could be PetX. PR department's gonna have a nightmare with that one.
We only ship shoes and small children.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Monster Inc. sees record sales and promote vice president in charge of monkey marketing.
I would just imagine the monkeys steal the money and then they go buy. They do? Is that what they're doing? They're stealing money and putting it in the machines? Is that true? Oh, that's great. So Pease's joke could be funny. That's
Go
good.
fuck yourself.
I'd seen them mug people, but I imagined, I saw the documentary film Polly about the parrot, and I think it was in that movie. That's why I don't think, because when I think about the movie with the parrot. That's what I think about. And I could have sworn there was a scene where the parrot watches someone put in their ATM code, and he goes, 7, 8, like a little Animal Crossing character, and he goes back to the guy that's using him, the criminal, and he's gonna pickpocket the wallet, right? And the parrot goes 5, 6, 7, 8, and he puts the pin in and he gets the money. It's a victimless crime with a parrot, so it's literal piracy. Very much so piracy. What were we talking about? Yeah, so I imagine somebody's like, yeah, okay, get their sunglasses. You want fruit? You like grapes? I got a whole bag of grapes. You go get me some oak
I
grapes.
love grapes.
This dollar store crap. $1.25, whatever. It's when they're gonna start like understanding like these things are worth something, and then they will display them proudly. They'll wear them. Like monkeys are like real world NFTs, and they'll start wearing gold chains and hats, and they'll be like, "You can't have this back." And I know it cost you a bunch of money, but it's mine now. I'm a monkey.
I bet you they start their
Literally,
own.
You can't
They'll
take
probably
it from
start
me.
their own musical.
Monkeys get
I bet you they'll
across
start.
the line.
I bet you monkeys will start wearing gold chains and themselves, and they'll start their own musical genre. Yeah. I made Aster say it. Now I look harmless. You are adorable. You are so adorable.
She's so cute that if we put the camera on her, no one would watch us.
Yeah, that's true. What's the next news? All right. Are you ready, Argus?
Yeah, I'm ready. I hope you got more.
All right, let's go. Employee had demanded to be paid in nickels.
Oh no, I'm just thinking just that parrot. He's counting the pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4. All those monkeys coming for those pennies.
Thinking of them monkeys using that vending machine.
Yeah, exactly.
And that
A man immediately robbed by monkeys.
Watch the
Monster
vending
Energy
machine company
drinks.
start making.
Number one
The vending
season.
machine company will start making a monkey-friendly version of the vending machine. It'll be like 3 feet smaller. The money thing will be monkey height.
Yeah, the police are gonna start coming after the monkeys, and
They'll
Coca-Cola's
come out
gonna
with
come in and be
special-
like, "No, you leave them alone. They're good customers.
Special,
You like
special
clean drinking
monkey-
water, right?
yeah.
Leave the monkeys alone."
Special monkey flavors. Banana shit seltzer.
I'm a rula.
Everything is whatever flavored and shit.
I can't do it. I can't do it when I want to do it. Roll my R's or my
All right.
L's.
All right, we're almost done with the show, guys.
Are we? What, are you tired of
it's
doing show
past
already?
show time. I got irons in the fire.
Unattended irons?
Well, Carrots is watching them, but she's not very good at it.
You should go to a dry cleaners. All right. You
Yeah.
want to go to apologies, Peas?
Well, are we done with Astor's wonderful headlines?
One more headline. We'll close them out. For Sleepy Peas. Sleepy Peas is gonna go sleep on his poncho without protection.
I had to eat my dinner on this stage today.
It's real radio.
Monkeys laugh and say they put us in cages.
Take us away, Peas.
Well, kids, it was a good show on Martin Luther King Day, and I want to make sure that you remember that on Martin Luther King Day, if you don't leave some coal and turpentine out, Martin Luther King won't come to your house and give you reparations. So if you didn't get reparations, it's your own damn fault, probably. Other than that, there's not too much to be sorry about this week. It's still pretty early in the year. We finally got rid of that bitch Betty White. We can stop talking about her ass finally. And for the rest of the week, I myself, the Peas, am gonna focus on doing things that are not good for me. And I'll be okay with this because what will I not be doing about it? Thinking. Here's to not thinking and ordering my zippered hoodie from Hypercube, Ism, and Dr. Argus Fox. And until next week, when we'll do another show, there won't be a show. But it'll be here next week again. So for there not being a show for the next 6 days, I'm truly, humbly, and apologetically yours, the Peas. That's our show, kids. Yeah, that's a good thing to do at the end.
You've been listening to Time for the Show, a production of Hypercube Labs. Find out more at hypercubego.com. Broadcast every week on freethinkradio.com. Thanks to Dr. Ellis and Martha Artha. And if you've been watching, then you're watching on youtube.com/hypercubego. Remember to subscribe and, I don't know, hit that bell or whatever. I don't know. There's a like button. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. You can also support independent farce by going to patreon.com/hypercube and make sure to check out freethinkradio.com. New shows every day of the week. I'm Dr. Fox. We'll see you next week on Time for the Show.
No one could tell I wasn't wearing pants the whole time.